Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody out there? Hello. If you're watching this live, put hashtag live below. Lovely. Oh, good. I can see some of you out there. Lovely to see you. Lovely that you could join us today. So, I'm here with a very special guest, and she's been here before, and she's a very inspiring guest, how do I say? Her own story, which many of you've heard before, where she was diagnosed with an autoimmune condition. And then she went on her own in a kind of healing journey with techniques like Reiki and meditation and being in stillness and venting and coming into the heart. And we met through a common friend, Girija, who got us in touch. And then Amita started her journey with us with EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques. And then she went on to become a certified practitioner, same with Inner Child Matrix, a breakthrough coach, hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, as well as EFT advanced practitioner. And today is the day of energy flow practitioner. And those of you new to what energy flow is, it's a somatic based therapy to help regulate the nervous system. Because in my years of experience of working in this field, which is now I think in excess of 20 years, I started my journey more with emotional therapy, and that worked really well for me. That's exactly what I needed, and I had powerful experiences and shifts in my health and my wellness, where the cancer that was in my body basically came out of my body. However, as I was doing client work, I realized people are different, and I've probably worked with 5,000, in excess of 5,000 one-to-one client sessions to date. And one of the observations I had was that not everyone is ready for emotional therapy, especially if someone's had a history of trauma. They've had a history of being shut down, or a history of where they have something known as a trauma imprint, where they have the fight response, the flight response, the freeze response, the fawn response, and it's kind of within their body system. Because one of the things I've come to realize, so one of the areas that clients come to see me quite frequently is in the area of being triggered. Now, of course, I've been triggered in my life many times, and where I've got angry, or I've shut down, or I've run away, or I've tried to please the person many times in my life. And these days I notice for me that I very rarely actually get annoyed, angry, or frustrated. And I very rarely want to run away. And I very rarely kind of freeze or shut down. And I'm very checking of myself, when am I pleasing someone and when am I not pleasing someone. And one of the things that I've realized is actually there is no need to get angry. I'm not talking about the suppressed anger. I'm not talking about the letting go anger. I'm not talking about the fake, like just be nice and let's not get into conflict. I think it's completely okay to express one's emotions and feel one's emotions. But one of the things that I know's work for me, and Amita will be sort of aware of this, is when that trauma imprint finds a vehicle to be set free, it's like that surface trigger no longer has a hold. Because you see, if you squeeze a lemon, you get lemon juice. If you squeeze an orange, you get orange juice. If you squeeze anger, what do you get? Anger. If you squeeze shutdown, what do you get? You get shutdown. But if there's no anger on the inside, like nobody made me angry, this is the truth. The anger was already there on the inside. They just squeezed me in a particular way that pushed against a belief system that meant anger erupted, because either I didn't feel good enough, or I wasn't worthy, or I was fearful. There was something going on within me. Because even if other than the kind of anger you need to have to get, if someone's trying to steal your handbag, please get angry and tell them to get off and give you your handbag back. And so I'm really excited about this certification today, because energy flow is a very body-based technique, and I think for clients it's a game changer because it's easy and gentle, and it creates a space of allowance where the body can let go of the trauma imprint. Because if that trauma imprint is not there, even in the face of a surface trigger, you can't trigger a cascade. And so I'm really excited Amita's here today, because, she's such an embodiment of the work. She's such an embodiment of doing her personal piece, of doing her work, and not kind of falling into the trap of taking things personally. And even when she does take things personally, she has a really laser sharp awareness, a really laser sharp ability to take responsibility of what is, almost like the enlightened masters. And so, whilst energy flow is a somatic and a nervous system based therapy, Amita, displays creating that space of allowance, creating a space of deep listening and stillness, and creating a space of awareness through intuitive understanding of what is really unfolding. And at times, Amita's awarenesses can be much further along, where she's already reached the final destination. Like, she's had the awareness, she's realized, oh, this is the route, this is what's going on, this is where the person is at. And she's just helping the person kind of come along with her. So many, 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 many congratulations, Amita. We call you our resident roomie as well. Congratulations on becoming an energy flow practitioner. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. One more tool that I can use extensively with people. I'm absolutely delighted.
That's wonderful. And Amita, how would you describe energy flow, and what have you used it for in your kind of private practice?
So as I uh, actually introduce energy flow to people is just this way, like you already said a lot about me, like, I started with various modalities, and then there came a time when my mind was actually ready to let go of everything, and it's okay. It had
Okay.
come to a standstill, but my body would still get into that spiral of same kind of reaction before my mind could even give a suggestion that in this situation you're not supposed to respond. But then, because something in my nervous system was still remaining, and with energy flow, that clearance started to happen. I still remember uh, I had attended the first class that you uh, actually facilitated for it, and for the meridian exercises, most of the time I was off camera because my body used to shiver, shake, and some
Oh,
tremendous release used to happen in that time.
wow. So you are very sensitive, and you had a direct, like, some people are just like that. Their bodies are designed to heal.
Mhm.
And whatever they try out, it's like the body responds and it
Yeah.
goes about doing its healing. I think that's such a wonderful insight. I was not aware of that you were using the meridian work, because that's what it's doing. It's rewiring. And of course, in that rewiring process, what is no longer needed is going to come up for freedom, which means sometimes shaking happens, sometimes, yeah, that's lovely. I love that, how you explain that. Very nice. Now, tell me this. Have you shared it with any other people, and what have been some of your experiences with that?
Yes, I have started sharing it with different people. And so the first and the major feedback that I receive from people is um, as we have combined, like, from intentional breathing to breathing exercises to many other regulation exercises, that. It's so easy to get into body. easy to get. I mean, it's like slow down is so easy. That settle feeling is so easy to experience. Even with like, doing three exercises in a row and the stillness is there. So that's what their experience is.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful thing, because, so much of the work that I do in corporates, and, for example, with people going through relationship challenges, one of their biggest asks of me is, how can I find peace? I just want peace of mind. I just want to be able to meditate. And they find it really hard to meditate, because the mind doesn't shut down. It's such a frequent request I get in corporate. And from CXOs, CEOs, because they've done really well, they've accomplished, and they're like, I just want to learn how to meditate, but they can't meditate because when they start to meditate, the mind kicks in. And so, energy flow is such a beautiful vehicle to use to kind of make the connection with the body, create a space of allowance, and, allow that kind of 0 point state, that state of I am here, I am now, no thought of past, no thought of future, only this moment, this millisecond. I loved how you described that. Thank you so much. So, what are your plans now with energy flow? Like, what do you specialize in? What are the type of clients you work with? Tell us a little bit about that.
Uh, in my journey, what I realized is there are various who are diagnosed with autoimmune condition, and I feel that energy flow specifically can help these kind of people who are like, with my journey of healing through autoimmune, I understand that there is a lot of anxiety in the body.
Mm.
There is a lot of pain in the body. With various condition, it may differ. I'm not sure about it. But then definitely this can get them peace when they are, getting that more connection feeling with the body and the settled feeling. So my giveaway is more to these kind of people who want to experience peace, coming to peace in their body with autoimmune condition.
That's perfect. Amita, this is music to my ears. I think from the moment I met you, this was the area I wanted you to focus on, but it took us time to get there. I think it's a huge opportunity because there's people out there with autoimmune conditions. It's such a specialized area. They don't have a lot of help. They don't understand how something like energy flow can benefit them. But also, what's more important is you're able to support with EFT and with inner child matrix as well, to help them unveil what's at the root cause. And I think it's a beautiful, how we have the trauma reverse way of working, where someone kind of joins on a 10-month program, and once a month they get 4 sessions with you. It kicks off with energy flow and EFT, and then it kind of evolves into the deeper emotional work, the root cause, with energy flow throughout to help them to let their kind of immune system know it's safe.
Mm.
You don't need to eat me anymore. It's safe because it's like, or attack me. You don't need to attack me anymore because it's safe. And I think this is beautiful. And I pray you write a book about this, Amita. Like how to heal autoimmune. Integrating all your experiences in life, and because I know you write poetry, which is amazing. And I'd like to put that request out there to actually curate a program for people going through autoimmune, and to have it as a digital program that people can buy at a light touch level, and to have your book, also get your book done. And then people who want to do the deeper work with you, they can do one-to-one sessions, or they can join your live in-person program. So I know this is my need. It doesn't have to be your need. You can reject it if you would like. But I'm going to put the heart call out there for this manifestation to happen. And my prayer is that 1 million people find you and find this book, and they realize that there is hope and there is a way forward and they don't have to suffer alone, particularly in India, Mita, particularly in India, because I think autoimmune is really neglected. There isn't a lot of help and support. It's a chronic condition, which means, medical medicine can only do so much, and it can be
Yeah.
very frustrating for people. But I feel, at the heart of it is just safety. It's like if people can find their own safe space within their bodies, then the body no longer needs to attack it, and they just need to explore who they feel attacked by, what they feel attacked by, and how have they attacked themselves. And once they unlock that, there is no reason for autoimmune to remain. And in fact, the data shows, like lupus, 63% of people with lupus, which is an autoimmune condition, it's rooted in an adverse childhood event. You uncover the adverse childhood event, you clear the childhood adverse event, there is no need for lupus. Yeah. Yeah, lovely, 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 lovely. You've made my day. Thank you so much, Amita.
Thank you for all your suggestions, and I'll work through it. It was a really nice, wonderful suggestions.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think that's the way forward now. And you're part of Soul to Soul as well. And so just hop on in there and, Amrita, she facilitates that. Just let her know I want to put my book together and put my program together. Let's get it out. Let's get it out. Let's get it done. Brilliant.
sure.
Perfect. So tell me this, do you have any wisdom to share with all of us, or like any insights, revelations that you'd like to share with all of us?
Since we are speaking specifically about energy flow over here and its somatic body-based exercises, what um, I have understood in my journey is my body knows my truth.
Mm,
So whatever it is trying to tell me, I should be very much in acceptance of it, and that leads to a, you know, easy healing as compared to if I deny it
mm,
or take another validation and opinion from other people. That
mm,
might be right for their journey, definitely, because everybody's truth is different in the moment. So always listen to your body.
mm.
That's
I love that. Always listen to your body, and it's sometimes hard to do, isn't it?
it's very difficult sometimes.
Like when you're in physical pain, the mind takes over and it creates a story about the pain. And so it's very hard to cut through the clutter sometimes and to actually inquire, what is my body wanting to communicate right now? It's in pain. So I think that's profound wisdom. Um, Now, if there's anyone who kind of catch this call and you want to connect with Amita, just put a hashtag me below. But more importantly, if you know anyone going through an autoimmune label and you would like to be the first one that get access to either Amita's book or Amita's kind of introductory program on, how to kind of lift the veil that autoimmune can kind of leave someone with, then please type autoimmune below. And Amita's on this thread as well, so she'll be able to be in touch with you. Thank you. So, Amita, thank you so much. It was absolutely lovely hanging out with you today. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming on this live. I wish you so much success in your onward journey as an energy flow practitioner. And may people who want to come home to their bodies come home, to the attack that they have, let go of the attack they have experienced in life, either externally or internally, and come home to a safe haven with you. May they find you, and may you feel so much joy, stillness, and fulfillment on this continued journey of liberation and enlightenment. Thank you with all my heart, Amita. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you always being a guiding light to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Amita. Lovely. So let me say bye to everyone, and we'll meet when we meet. Take care. Bye.